You are now listening to Empty Out the Clip.
This is for grandmas that pass knowledge down through stories and songs. Most are not with us no longer. We pay homage to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We pay homage to you. Yeah, yeah.
Born and raised in the 2024 in a time way before technology connected us all. I was raised about.
All right, welcome to another episode of the EOTC podcast, Empty Out the Clip. It's your boy, Let's Ace of Fates, coming to you from a beautiful, windy murder capital of NZ, the heart of West Okuilangi, Ranui. Joining me today, I got two of WesWes Network's finest and handsomest. We got the man who needs no introduction, producer Cam's. What's up, Mauso? How are you? So,
what's up, boys? Good to be here on the Empty Out the Clip, man. On this nice, it's been raining a few days in the week, but no, it's been okay. So yeah, glad to be here.
Nice to see your face, Sus. And Mr. Heavy Hands, the 50K, the man, Mr. Lava Lava, Chucky Blue Kaisar. What is up, Mauso?
What's up, brothers? Good to see you guys, man. How's things? Everything good? Seki to the viewers as well. Hello to the viewers out there. It's it's been blissful. Can't complain. Yeah, it's good to be back.
Nice, Mosos. Man, you guys know the drill. We'll start with you, producer Cams. Do some shout outs. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Just shout out to you guys holding it down for the EOTC podcast and all the listeners that tune in to the WesWes Network content, all our sports podcasts and our movie podcasts that's out there. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Yeah, man. That's me.
Yeah, man, as usual, Sunday vibes. Shout out to the Lord Jesus Christ for everything that he does for us. So all blessings out there. Yeah, all praise to God. Next shout out is UFC Perth 2025. Shout out to 274 Otala, home of the brave. 828 Avondale representing. 275s to all the brothers out there too. Shout out and all the best to the T-King brothers for the UFC card Perth, and shout out to Mauso since day one. Finally, one fight away from getting the dream, and finally you got your main event for UFC Perth. So shout out to the Dirty South. We on. Let's get it done. Yeah, all blessings, all glory to God. Amen. It.
Oh man, I got a long list, man. My first shout outs to my Erika family out in South Auckland, to cousin Joyce and Lee here who popped in to see me before I flew out to Sydney. Appreciate you guys, fams. Thanks for showing some love for the loss of our Wahea. Another shout out to my Tomo Noi. I know he's having some health issues at the moment. Thoughts and prayers with you, my bro. I know you're gonna pull through whatever's going on. Much love to you also. And then to my sister-in-law, to Dora, and the kids over in West of Sydney. Still thinking of you guys for all of the stuff that's going on. Miss you guys. And also to my nephew, Cass, and his lovely wife, Jess, for hosting me while I was over in Sydney. Appreciate you guys. Can't wait to head back over for another trip. And then to my niece, my darling niece, man, it's my favorite. I have to say favorite like this. My favorite niece, Oksana Kifu, and her husband, Kennedy, for just looking after me while I was over in Sydney. And then my lucky last one is to my new darling niece. She's moved up to number one, and her name is Tina. She's up in Brisbane at the moment. So yeah, figure of you, darling. Can't wait to hopefully connect in God's time. But that wraps up my shoutouts. You can find more of our content on our webpage, www.weswesnet.com. You can also find us on iHeartRadio and Apple. You can find us on Spotify. It's Empty Out the Clip. You can also find our YouTube channel. Producer Cams uploads each week. We have a Facebook page. You can also send in requests. It's a private page. Empty Out the Clip. Answer the 3 questions, and security will hopefully let you in. Seki boys. Man, I've had a pretty eased into a weekend of work. I thought I was going to come back and do 6 in a row. Lucky the boss is pretty wise with his decisions. He said, let's revert back to the original roster. So I had 2 days and I've had 2 days off. So going back for the next 2. Chucking it over to you, Chucky. How's the week been also?
Yeah, challenging, to be honest. Yeah, speed bumps are starting to smooth out. Not how I want it to be, but when you're studying and you got assessors, 3 different assessors. I'm on my final assessor. I got respect for him because he's an elderly guy, right? But then, anyway, my classmates would say, bro, this guy's taking advantage. He doesn't want you to cross the line. He's setting you up to fail. Like I said, that's who we are as men of culture, right? So I respect them dearly and deeply. But enough is enough, man. I think he's trying to set me up to fail and not graduate. So I've already got a month extension. Yeah, speed bumps are part of life, right? So I don't know, man. Yeah, almost there. Finally finished my last assignment. So just finished submitting it just about a couple of hours ago. How's things? Man, when you're facing adversity like that at different times, in different ways, man, you can't complain. You just got to roll with it. So I'm happy. I'm happy. If that's who he is, it's not who I am. So I'll just keep pushing forward and then hopefully cross the line. Other than that, hit the gym. Just finished hitting the gym. Haven't been there for about a minute. Crazy, eh? Man, I try to stay away from cardio, man. But doing some warm-ups, with free weights and that. But then, man, just to keep the heart healthy and keep it pumping and keep the blood flow going, man, I hit the cardio, hit the treadmill for about a good 35 minutes, at a good pace as well. So, man, it feels good, because it releases those endorphins, after doing something physical. I'll be honest with you, I've been feeling quite shit because of the studies, you know what I mean? But I'm trying not to let it get to me. But here's the key factor for our Polynesian people. If you don't know what endorphins mean, because I didn't know what it means, I had to Google up and know what it meant. So it really does work. Health is a lifestyle. And I believe that all Polynesians need to invest that, even if it's 3 times a week or 2 times a week, even just half an hour every hit, because I feel good now. My mindset feels good. Before that, I was feeling like really depressed because the successor was really pulling me down, man, for for how many months now. And like I said, I was supposed to graduate a month ago, but I've got an extension. I hit the gym, man. I feel really good, but can't complain, man. I love it, man. I love it. Even just that little bit, doesn't matter how big or how small. Health is the key, man, to get your heart pumping and gets that oxygen to the brain, gets that blood flowing everywhere else. Bada bing, bada boom, lad. Hello, Eddie.
Wow. Sorry I'm late, boys.
How's the week been for you, producer Camps?
Yeah, pretty same old sort of week. Work's been work, and man, just been cool to jump on some of the podcasts during the week. We did the last episodes for Chief of War, so that finished up that series on Friday. So we did the last episode to review that. Got all our opinions on the series as a whole. Yeah, have a listen to the Channel 135 podcast and our Chief of War review. Also put up, I don't know if I said this before, but we put up the Late Returns Film Review podcast. We did a review on First Blood. So that's up now. So if you want to listen, if that's a classic movie in your memory banks back in the day, go check out our Late Returns Film Review on First Blood.
Yeah. who did it for real after they watched First Blood? who went straight to the forest? That's crazy, eh? Crazy.
Nah, it's a classic movie.
Yeah.
But no, I was listening to Chuck's about talking about smoothing out some bumps on the road. And I was just thinking about my little bump in the road I had this week was procrastination. I know we all suffer from procrastination sometimes in our lives, man. I felt it creeping up during the week, and there was stuff I had to do, but I didn't do it. I just left it. It's been 2 weeks now, and I was like, "Fuck, no, I can't do that. I gotta go back to getting some endorphins in my life." So, so yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah.
Endorphins do good, great thing, man. It's good for depression. Go for a swim, like JK says. Go for a swim, do some exercise, because after the exercise, you come out feeling good, man. And that's that chemical reaction, when you're feeling good. So, yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't, sometimes you catch yourself out, Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's probably the worst thing. That's when you need to know. You need to go for a walk. You need to hook up with Eddie over here, hit the bags, and let some good. Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. Otherwise, you end up catching yourself out, man. And honestly, it's that when you catch yourself out, it's not a good feeling, They call that depression, but I don't believe in depression, to be honest. But I do believe in health and lifestyle, and releasing those bad toxins mentally and physically, man. We got to support brothers of culture, man. We got to get it done, man. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Just that, and man, I watched some good movies over the past week. Some real good movies, man. Just on Netflix and just online. But I'll bring it up when we do the what have we been watching. So yeah, man, it's been a alright week. Yeah.
Oh, Seki, going from me, Eddie. How's your week been also?
Oh man, week's been alright. I got a sore tooth, but it's not that bad. But I think it will come right. But just been, like you guys have been saying, man, like procrastinating is it's been popping up on my mind for the last 3 weeks. So last 3 weeks, man, I've just been I signed up to a new gym, Anytime Fitness, just to supplement what I was doing at Westside. So at Westside, I go boxing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday if I can, and then at Anytime I go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So I've just been pumping it 6 days a week. Sometimes I'm there by myself, so there with the Uso. But you guys are right. Like it does release endorphins. I'm finding I'm more focused. Especially because if you go to the gym with a lot of your boys, you kind of just slack off a bit. But the Uso V, man, shout out to Vaughan. We've just been focused. We go in there, we get what we needed done. We don't really take long breaks in between sets. We just pump, and then we rest after once everything's all done. And it's just been, to be honest, I've been grateful to the Uso for trying to refocus my mind because there's been a lot of speed bumps lately, so I've just been trying to go hard on that. But that's it. Really, it's just been just gymming and work. Like it's real simple this week, nothing too complicated. But that's me, Seki.
Me.
My week's been funny. I got back from Sydney Tuesday, touchdown, had a Tuesday morning, and then went straight to work. It's been good, man. Appreciate having a good work team, mate. I end up messaging all the boys, just a bit of gratitude and appreciation for picking up the extra slack while I was away. But no, just grateful for people who make time. Shout outs to my Doco Brendan. Went for a morning stroll in the pool. What was that, yesterday? And also shout out to another Doco Paya, Pamaka. It's funny, man. Of all places that I see him, I always see him at WesWes. I thought he was a member, but now he goes on there because he's got his own cleaning gig. He's got a couple of intermediates that he looks after, but he says he always dives into the spa pool, man, just to malolo his legs. But man, I'm just slowly trying to grow my community of walkers for Saturday mornings, man. So anyone's always keen to catch up for a yarn and a walk and not know how far we're actually walking. But we always meet down at the Harbour Bridge. Nice stroll down there, easy on the knees, on the boardwalk, bedding up right down to Salo Park. So, man, if you want to come join the crew, that's us usually. Most Saturdays, 6:30 in the morning. Shout out to the Lone Wolf, Filippo Butty as well. I know Brendan said that he was going for his lunchtime stroll and he's just seen this guy give him that massive smile, and it was Phil. Obviously, he tunes in every week. But he just said, oh man, Leti was mentioning that you guys catch up for your morning strolls. So that's been like a little love relationship that we've been doing, banking checks for the health. Just I know from Chucky's book. But it's been really good, man. Ever since Father's Day, my daughter got me the WesWes gym membership. Proud to be part of that family, man. And slowly making my way around the gym. Everyone's saying, hey, morning Fred. So it's been great, man. I appreciate being in a new space and people do the how are you? And it's not coffee club kalangoa too. It's usually if you're in the spa pool, that's all. Everyone's talking about life, what they do for work. But man, when everyone's locked in the gym, bro, like people are literally locking in. So I appreciate that much being at the gym, But otherwise, man, it's back to normal, bro. Back to reality since being back. But appreciate everyone sending me the messages of love and condolences just while I was away too. Appreciate everyone who's taking the time to just reach out to me as well. Second, boys, we went beat around the bush, man, because this time that I've been away, Solid, man, what about this couple of weekends rapper sport, bro? It's probably been the biggest eye opener of the NRL. I don't know, Eddie, what do you reckon, bro? Because I don't know what week you want to start on, but it was quickly quick 10 for 10. But we'll chuck it at you, Eddie, kick us off with our weekend rapper sport.
Oh man, this week, Sharks, man, from outside the four. Man, they played hard to get to where they were, but unfortunately the experience of Jerome Hughes just proved that the experience just crazy how good they were on defense. I think it was defense that played a role when Pepperhausen stopped that try. The momentum of that kind of, that tennis momentum when it's just going back and forth. That try save from Pepperhausen kind of stopped that flow away, and it just went one way. Storm. Hats off to my Broncos, man, for an exhilarating game against the Raiders, man. I gotta be honest, man, I thought we lost that, but thank you, referee. So also shout out to the All Blacks, who managed to beat an Australian team that was up for it, man. The Swali, and Connor and all them boys, man, they were up for that fight. So appreciate Australia for coming over and giving a decent go, man. I really like this Australian squad. I didn't think I would say that, but man, like I really like them, eh? Also, shout out to the Brisbane Lions, who won the AFL Championship back to back. Did one for Brisbane, and shout out to the Broncos women and the Brisbane Broncos, who are playing their finals tonight. So hopefully we can make the grand final next week, depending on the results tonight. So, and I didn't watch the game, but I heard about Samoa. Man, honestly, as soon as I heard about Samoa, I just wanted to chuck on my Ifai Kanga and my black shirt, and I just wanted to sit outside and just do my local way. Like, oh man, lost to Chile, like Chile. When you think of rugby, you think of like the Polynesian teams, you think of Africa, you think of New Zealand, you think of Australia. Those are the mainstream teams you think of when you think of rugby. You don't think of Chile. Chile's the last thing that pops in your mind when you think rugby. And for a country like Chile to beat Samoa, like, man.
Where is that?
Yo, no, honestly, man, I was looking for my Ifai Ganga, man. I was in mourning, eh? But, yeah, that's our weekend on sports, bro. Serki.
Nice.
The state of Samoa rugby right now is, man, this is hit rock bottom, eh? This is rock bottom. And you see that video clip of Samoa Observer when they go to try to interview the Stewie about it, eh? Like, remember, see what he says? He goes,
"We need the money.
I'm not on the field. I'm doing the money." Man, that's the reason why there's no one turning up. You heard before the game started, right? Before they knew they were going to go, because the last week it was a draw, right? It was a draw. They had to win that game to make the World Cup. It was a draw. So they had to win this game to make the World Cup. Otherwise, they have to go to the repechage that's in Dubai, right? So they had to win this game to get automatic entry into the World Cup. Didn't happen. They got wasted for 31-12. But half their team didn't even show up. Half their team were either injured or had family commitments or said, "Oh, my club that pays me needs me. I need to go back." So they got all these replacements. Not all replacements. They just got half the guys that left replaced, right? And then I see on social media there was a comment made on Reddit that the coach didn't even go to the game as well. So Tusi didn't go to the game. So I don't know if that's true or not. I just saw it as a comment. So, but you kind of think like, what's going on over there? Like, it's got to be the management. It has to be the management. If you're committed, if you're committed to this team, why would you say, "Oh, now I've got other commitments"? Man, this is the national team, man. This is the national team. And you're saying, "Oh, I've got family stuff. I can't go to this one game that's important to get us in the World Cup." So it's not just
under the contract there.
well, it's everything about Manu Samoa right now that's hit rock bottom. It's the management, it's the money, These guys, we're getting professional players, but not the players we want, right? We're getting the fifth guy down the list of all the positions, it sounds like, right? We can't field a competitive team. It's sad to see, man. And, you know, it all points to the management. It all points to where the background.
So, are you saying, like, out of 10, right? We're not getting the first picks, the third picks. We're getting the last pick out of the 10 to make up the team.
We're not getting the guys we want.
Oh, exactly.
We're not getting the guys we want.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we have to deal with what we have, right? Before, it's crazy if there's a World Cup, Manu Samoa's not there, but there's how many Samoans that are playing in the World Cup, playing for other teams.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be a sad day. That will be a sad day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, from memory, I'm sure this happened the last World Cup that this happened, and I'm sure it was Spain or Romania where we messed up. We should have won the game. I think we ended up playing in that last repechage, and we actually ended up doing all right, and we actually got through. But now, if you think about it in the comparison of like the professional era, where the first time Samoa entered the World Cup, man, that wasn't even a list of players, you know. These were the homegrown players. They did well, you know. So I think gone are the days we could do that now because everyone's sort of like made their, you know, growing a bit more. So it's like it's hard to sort of say that we can go back and pick a homegrown team and try and do the success that happened at previous World Cups. But now I think of all the sport that I didn't catch, I think the saddest highlight would have been the exit of the Black Ferns at the World Cup, man. And I gotta be honest, man, like with that team on paper, and I hate to say it, man, but whether they got ahead of themselves and rested a few players by saying that they were injured, man, you just don't do that at the World Cup. You know, you play your best team, man, every time. And even if it means you bench some good players, but like even I've seen some of the players that they had on the bench, it's like they shouldn't even be on the bench, man. Like let's not reward people for making the squad just to give them game times. Like don't do that. Do them to actually get them involved for okay, you're gonna be on the bench the next game, but don't do it at the cost that you're gonna exit the World Cup the way you did, man. Because that's just, I mean, that'll probably be one of the strongest teams that I've seen on paper for many years. I mean, you need to look at the players that missed out. Yeah, really sad. Sad that it ended up, not even making the semi, like quarterfinal. That's pretty devastating for me, for women's rugby in this country. But now, what about the Ran Footy Shield? Did you see the Ran Footy Shield's being passed around like what's a Fasimoli? I think from
Otago has it now, eh?
Yeah, so I think from reading, just being filled in by Brandon, that if Harbour secure that game, and Harbour end up with the Lago Wood, they could possibly be the only team to ever finish bottom of the table with the Ran Footy Shield.
Wow.
So that's a bit of a situation. But did you say you watched the women's game against Canada?
I watched the second half and I saw the scoreline. I was thinking, damn, how could they get that far?
Outplayed, outplayed, man.
Yeah, man. But they tried to catch up, eh? They sort of they didn't get close, but they scored a couple of tries to try and catch up, but they just ran out of time. But the other thing I want to say is that NRL semi-final, the Sharks versus Melbourne Storm, like they brought back Jerome Hughes real quick. Because he had a broken arm. He broke his arm 3 weeks ago. And they used this new technology to get him healing faster. Or some kind of like thing, like a scanning thing or whatever it was. So if you saw him in that game, his arm looked like he was wearing a cast. It looked like a cast on his arm. But that was the fastest recorded comeback from a broken arm in rugby. So the player before that was 5 weeks, and that was... what's the name for Queensland? Webke.
Oh, yes.
He had a broken arm. He had a broken arm. Came back 5 weeks. Jerome Hughes 3 weeks. So man, the technology's out there, man. Technology, eh? Shit. And he scored a try too with a broken arm. So
shit.
So apparently they put a pin. There was a pin in his arm, like a bigger pin than usual, and then a scanning thing they did every day to make it heal faster. So I don't know what kind of technology we got now these days.
Oh, that's scary, eh?
It's like Superman. All you need is the sunlight.
Some medical advancements going on. Like, damn.
Put some water on it and fire live. Yeah, that's good enough,
Yeah,
right?
just fire light. So. Just blow the biff
Man,
off.
the Robocop, man.
Nah,
Man
man.
came in as Robocop, man.
Come on,
Fuck.
Manu Samoa, man. Shucks, man. Like, where are we getting our players from, man? Are we getting like Suane Paco more from like the corner dairy to play for us? So,
Yeah, they need to sort that out, eh?
You know, if you look who's going to play in this repechage tournament, it's places like Brazil, Colombia, you know, those kind of places. Surely someone can beat them. Hey, surely.
The last thing you want to come out 2 weeks after that game, say if we do, say, you know, let's just say it, like when we do make the World Cup, it's not the head to pay my own pass, it's just to get there even, you know.
oh,
Don't want to be hearing anything of this stuff, man. So
On our Counteract chat, all the boys just disappointed. Disappointed in Manu Samoa, just trying to give answers. And I want to make a shout out to Simon because he posted up on the chat. I hope Manu Samoa doesn't make the World Cup because then you hit that rock bottom. Maybe the people will do something about it.
yeah,
Like maybe they'll force them out, force the management out, change the whole management, change the whole thing again. Because he's right. For something to go as bad as Manu Samoa is now, you gotta let it die to build it up
Yeah.
again, start all over again. You gotta get to that point. So
yeah. Enough of the rebuilding phases to say it's an excuse.
yeah,
Basically, mele mafu ah.
Well, like I was saying on the last podcast, without the struggle, there's no progress. So you need struggle to have the progress. So yeah, just go through the chaos and then just rebuild from there.
Oh, we've been struggling for a long time, Wolves.
Man, ask China for a loan. Damn.
Not that everyone bring their own jersey. Oh,
Or your own socks. Bring your own socks. Nah,
It would be funny though. It would be funny though if we did get a loan from China. Our Samoan jerseys would be sponsored by China if the Samoan flag was. How about that, Apples, Australia? New Zealand, come on.
Well, we're on the topic of Samoa. How about we get into topic one? I don't know if you guys caught, but it's probably all over social media in the last 2 weeks, and it's about the Samoan Tufungers who, man, I don't know. Eddie, you got to share this one, Oos.
yeah. So I think it was a brother and a sister. I think they went for a better and a malu, but yeah, the patterns weren't lining up, and the guy said he was in extreme pain, more than what he's had done before, and he said that when he looked down, he said that he could see that it was crooked, and then he said that him and the sister were getting sick quite a bit, and it took them 2 years to heal from this. And they went to another place to get it all fixed up and whatnot. And the guy that was there was saying, like, this is the like 4th time that we've had to like fix this guy's mistakes. So apparently, I don't want to drop his name, but apparently he was like a toso, which is like a person that sits with a tattooist and holds the skin and allows wipes away the blood. So yeah, and apparently allegedly. He took some of the tools home and started doing malus on the side, and then next minute they heard that he was doing betters and stuff. But apparently, like, they were at a below average quality. So yeah, it's pretty sad how it's like he's trying to monetize culture, trying to get that side hustle. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not really a hustle; it's our culture, It's our culture that's on display. So my tip for people out there, man, if you're gonna get a better or malu, like, go to the places that you know that are reputable. Don't try and like cut money and cut costs and go to these people that you know you don't even see any of their previous work on Facebook. So you got to do your research and always you know, go to places that are reputable. And also, like, if you're doing it for like money, like, if money is a big concern about you getting a better and a model, and I know they're expensive, and if you're the one to cut costs, if you're worried about cost doing your better, then maybe the better is not for you. You should do the better regardless of how much it costs. It's for you to hold for the rest of your life. So yeah, that's my take on that. It was pretty sad how like money's come into it. You know, trying to do a side hustle, and he's not giving the actual product. So yeah. What are your thoughts on it, boys?
man, I want to know why this guy continued on with continuing on with it because it could take 2 weeks. Say some of them it takes up to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it means tell me that this guy had the first day and didn't notice anything wrong. We're talking about day one here. Like you didn't notice anything was off of what was going on your legs. Like what? When I saw the photo, I was thinking, what the hell, man? Why would you let that go that far? It looks like a fucking child painted his on his skin, man. Like it's like off as like, oh my gosh, that was like, so for me looking at that, I was thinking, man, that is a tattoo, man. You can't rub it off.
Yeah.
You know, and how can you let it go that far? Like, it's all crooked. Like, the video shows him turning around his legs, both his legs. It was almost like it was finished. So what? He was there for a week, 2 weeks, 10 days to get to that point, and you didn't even think to like stop it the first day. So man, that's what I was thinking. Fuck.
Crazy. Yeah. He started off as a tussle. As a wiper or stretching the skin, man, he's more like a tosser now. You know? I mean, like Kev said, man, it's taken him 10 days just to realize that he's got tire treads on his body. You know what I mean? Totally. Those tire treads on his body, man, has got more tread on my flipping tires than what he's got on his body. So he should have realized. I say good on him because you get what you know, if you're gonna go cheap, that's the product you're gonna get, you know what I mean? If you don't do your research, then that's the sacrifices you're gonna make. You know, cutting costs, man, are you that cheap that that you're not even gonna do your research or even, man, pay what's worth. Also on top of that, there's a lot of that that's going around. I mean, respect to all those that hustle. I mean, it's not our business to cut into any man's hustle, but at the end of the day, the Tofinga or whatever, in fact, he's not even called a Tofinga, he's a tosser. So, man, he needs to be fined, he needs to be named, he needs to be shamed. Get this guy, man. But I feel sorry for the guy, but like I said, if you're a tight ass and you haven't done your research, and you probably deserve, to what's happened to you. Because there is such a thing as a custom and respect the custom, man. Do it right the first time. You know what I mean? If you don't do it right the first time, man, that's the result. Yeah. So shame on all of them, shame on both of them. But I feel sorry for the guy. But at the end of the day, it does look like tire tracks now. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. Initially, because I'm always looking out for who speaks out on this, but obviously I'm a huge love and supporter of Petero Turuape, the OG of OGs of Tufungas. But he's come out and said like that Samoa tourism and even the government as a whole need to put something in place where Tufungas are accredited and actually seen as doing, because this is an art now being given to like people from outside of the Norway and outside of Samoa. So to see that is sort of like it obviously brings shame on the family who's been guard, but also brings shame on the Tufunga and their family in their greater village. So he's pretty much said it like this sort of work was not done for money, it was done as a service. When someone was asked to go and car someone, like when he started, it was just share on the fact that his dad told him to go car someone on the other side of and whatever they give you, that's what they give you. If they give you like a couple of bags of rice, or if they gave you a couple of kaamu, that's what you took home. That was received as payment. He said it wasn't until the later years that they started to monetize it, But at the same time, it's like it went from a couple of bags of rice to envelopes to maybe half a bovi, bags of rice, money. And he said that the work should never be carried out like that at all, because you are doing a service to, these are men coming of age, coming into a space where the marking should be done precise to the person, time correct, is where they are in their life, But he feels sorry for the family who went through this, but at the same time he's saying, as long as the art's been around, why hasn't people started to say, hey man, there should be some sort of way we can sort of credit, all the guys who are actually gone from being stretchers to actually holding the L, because that's a good example of someone who's taken the art and just seriously sort of shat on it, which is mild, it's just embarrassing, man. But at the same time, man, you could do your research, but we didn't know the situation of the guy, it could have been well sorted between the booking and making it happen, and then you know, whether he had a ceremony done for him, a prayer done over him while he was getting his art. But yeah, just sad, eh? Just sad because you see that's our culture, right? You see that stuff, and it's funny that we can all laugh about it and they say, "Oh, well, I feel poko." That's what happens when you want to go cheap. But at the same time, the guy picking up the owl guy in that guy's skin, well, you know, the reprimands and all the stuff that's gonna fall back on him because you know you put someone under the owl and you haven't brought them back out under it. People are carrying on his work, but yeah, it's one of those things, you know. It's always gonna be a story like that. But yeah, just sad that we've seen it, and it's like in our day and age, you know, of all the tufungas that are out there now, making names for themselves behind their beautiful work, and then you see a piece like this, which is sort of like, man, that's enough to scare you off when to get any art done, you know.
Facts.
Yeah, here on MZ Clip, we're not all about opinions. We give out like some tips too. So to that guy, man, it's not that bad if you just look from afar. If someone sees your tap from afar, it doesn't look that bad. Just don't come up real close. And another tip: never take off your t-shirt, please.
Yeah. Leave your e-whaikanga on.
Yeah.
Was there anything else on there? Okay, Siki, we'll move on to our next one. This one was posted a while ago in August, and I was just going through here. I apologize to Phil because this was one that he brought up, and it was an opinion. He wanted to know our opinions on it, so I thought we'll share it. And it starts off, I had a Google that below claim on IG because it just doesn't seem right that you could pay out 18 years of child support in one go. Here in New Zealand, they assess your income and your ex-partner's income annually and adjust the rate accordingly. My question is to the EOTC boys is this day and age $1 million US enough to raise a child by yourself for the next 18 years of their life? That was a question for Phil.
Is $1 million US enough to raise a child as a single parent? No, heck no. $1 million not enough, man, to raise a child on your own, in my opinion. Yeah, I've been through this situation. I'll pay child support. Far out, man. Miss Diffley, RD, Miss Diffley keeps on your ass, if you miss payments. I'm just glad that when he became of age, with my kids, that when that burden was off me. Well, I wouldn't say it's a burden, but you know, I was happy to pay the child support, but I was happy to pay extra on top of that. You know, just with the relationship with the baby mamas and that. But $1 million, yeah, nah, probably not, yeah, probably a lot more than that, especially if you're a single parent, man, because it is a struggle. It is quite hard, and you're dealing with a lot of adversities there and a lot of speed bumps there, with the child, you know, with healthcare and everything like that as well. Doctors' checks, visits, schooling as well, uniforms, you know, the bookings, school books, everything, man, shoes, clothes, food. It's not easy. It's most definitely not easy. And then you got to think about a babysitter, especially if you're holding down a job as well. So you got to hire babysitters left, right, and center as well. So yeah, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a parent myself, but yeah, $1 million seems a bit short because even if you do the mathematics, it's like to the age of 18, she's probably have to use 55 to 56,000 per year, and that's not including inflation. You know, as years go on, prices will go up on things. Let's say he gets a job at 16, right? That's only 62,000 a year. I don't know if you can live off that in America. Maybe you could, but you have to budget harder. But I mean, as a father to your son, despite you separating from the wife, there shouldn't be an X amount for your love for your child, you know. That money could probably cover the bare necessities, but he has to help out. Maybe take the son every second weekend or something like that, like make something work, because maybe she is right, and you know, $1 million is not enough. But yeah, hopefully he puts a little bit extra. But yeah, in my opinion, if it was in New Zealand and it was a child here, $1 million, maybe it'll be a bit tight, because you know, inflation's still going up, cost of living is still going up. People that are working full time on 55s a year and are struggling to make ends meet. So yeah, my answer to Filippo was like, I don't think a million's enough. But
Mhm.
yeah, check.
So I did the quick maths there. So we're talking about Anthony Edwards, right? Anthony Edwards is a NBA star. He's been on social media last year for getting all these girls pregnant, and he's got this child support thing. So it's all on American TV and all that. He recently sent a post to Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant he's with Stephen Adams, and they're gone fishing. Not sure if it's here in New Zealand or back in America, but Kevin Durant posted a photo of him catch. He caught a fish and he put it out there, but Kevin Durant has got no shirt and he's real skinny as. And Anthony Edwards came on his post and said, "Man, you should go to the gym and do some weights. You look like anorexic. You're about to snap." And then Kevin Durant comes back under and says, "You know what? You should go pay your child support."
Oh, damn. Damn.
You shut up and go pay your child support. But yeah, that $1,080,000 equates to 18 years. So divided by 18 years, that's 60,000 a year. 60,000 a year. That's all that kid gets. That's 1,100 a week. So a year. So yeah, you guys are right. That's not enough, for a kid,
Mm.
Because you're right. Because inflation, we're talking about 18 years. Who knows what the price is going to be later on? And on top of that, he's given this girl a lump sum. How's she going to manage all this money? Like we just broke it down. 1,100 a week. How are you going to manage making sure you're not spending more than 1,100 a week?
Mm.
You know, unless you get someone to pay that amount to you in your bank account every week. But that's all to be managed. So yeah, it's kind of like oh, I don't care. Here's $1 million. Do what you want. Just get out of my life. It sounds like.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't want to paint a picture for anyone, like, and just in how I think of it, but I just feel like, man, there's no amount of money that can sort of like, contribute to growing adults or growing kids, man. Because it's like, it might help towards them and like their lifestyle and that, but I think, bro, it's their time. That's the one thing that you wish you can buy and give, But it's always got to be tricky when it comes to like, a financial cut, because I got a lot of boys that have been through it as well, and man, sometimes we debate whether there was enough, paying extra was enough, to the point that they've ended up in the smoke, the family court over it, and that's because they were just too generous with what they were giving, like to the point that it was like, man, that's literally making you inga, like you're struggling now, and some of it can be real nasty, But yeah, to wish you needed that on any of my family, man, like to go through any of that stuff. And I applaud you guys for like being open about it too. It's just, bro. I think it's because I know too many sour stories to sort of like want to give my 5 cents in about it. But yeah, just don't want to, it must be hard, trying to even just, but yeah, I think if there was an easier way to not deal with all the drama and all the bullshit, then go ahead and do it. If that's what it is legally, like, and that's an amount that they said, okay, look, this is what I can come up with. Probably every judge is going to say, sweet, that seems reasonable to me, looking at the numbers. But I mean, what guy in New Zealand's got $1 million up front to pull out of his money and just chuck it at the kid? It's probably be lucky to get $100 from most guys that I know,
Yeah, that's so true, yeah.
Seki, man, we'll move on to our comments corner. What do you got for us, Eddie?
Oh, man, YouTube was popping off, man. Shout out to Westside Okalangi, Oliveira 9137, Cams 101, Maka 2308, Vailima 49, Daz 3881, and Nixon 8323. So most of it was about Charlie Kirk and him being shot and whatnot. And the main things I got from it was the chatting about freedom of speech, toxic American politics, Christian values under attack, racist pro-right rhetoric, and his platform provided debate to prove him wrong. Regardless of what you think about this guy, we all agree that he doesn't deserve to be shot like that. not in front of his family and whatnot. So I like how everyone was finding that common ground. But my personal opinion, man, is like shooting someone. Like I wrote this down. Shooting someone doesn't prove that you're right. It only shows that you feared what he was gonna say. And you know, his whole thing was about open debate. I didn't agree with a lot of stuff he said. I agreed with some, but not all of it. Like I kind of pick and choose what I want from him. And yeah, I agreed with a lot of the Christian stuff, but then you know, some of his other rhetoric was just way off. So yeah, that's the thing about debate and opinions, is that you can always argue that, and you can't just shut someone down just for what they're saying. And that's what I like about, you know, that's why it's so important for podcasts like this, Empty Out the Clip, and how important it is for you guys to comment on YouTube and stuff, because this open dialogue it helps us move forward as a people. Because if we don't do this, if we don't chat about it, if you know, if we don't like have channels like WesWes Network and, you know, all the other podcasts out there, then we're just going to slip into what America has at the moment, where we're just killing each other, not even listening to other ideas and views, and that just leads us down a dangerous path. So you know, my opinion is, yeah, we have to talk about it, we have to debate about it, and we don't necessarily have to agree on things, but at least we have the chance to sit down and break bread with each other. Seki.
Nice, Us. Nice,
Oh,
nice. Seki.
Where
were you last week? Where were you last week?
Was it the funeral?
Our local sport and news. Got some pretty cool news. The nephew next, Mason Smales pick up the gold medal at the Oceania Squash Championship. Mason's a local boys from out west. His parents moved back from up north. They're back in Henderson. But yeah, to win Samoa's first ever gold medal at a squash tournament, it's pretty mean, eh?
Yeah.
So congratulations to him and his mum, Joe and Sid.
Oh,
some results from that region of origin. So yeah, congratulations to Leo Kaihau, Coach Leo, whose under 14 boys won 26-10 over the South guys. That was on the region of origin final. And also to Souls as well. I think with the 13 boys, they took out their final, beat East 52-4. It was just in over the school holidays.
damn, took out the South and the East. Galma.
Results from the New Zealand selection, the New Zealand Māori under 18 versus the Chief 18s. It was one side, it was 36-21 to the Māori under 18s. The New Zealand Schools game versus the Barbarians, this was a pretty close encounter. New Zealand Schools 48, the Barbarians 37.
Oh shit! Good game.
And then the Barbarians paid off against the Māoris. I think that was Thursday. I don't have a result for that one yet. But no, and then just the makeup of the New Zealand the 18s and the New Zealand Development. That's the team to play the Trans-Tasman that's coming up. But yeah, interesting, because I don't know if you heard it from us first, how we're talking about how the top four is usually picked, and then they pick the secondary schools and the Barbarians. But the surprise selection is the 10 players picked from the 1A comp. How about them, Matt? But it goes to show, man, the more games you play, the more screen time you get seen. Obviously, you know, where New Zealand schoolboys rugby is at. If I could just touch briefly, because a lot of people talk about championships, right? And where guys end up after they leave school. And me and Yash talking about it. It's like when you got a championship attached to the legacy that you leave behind at school, that generally follows you wherever you go, whatever pathway you go, right? Just an example, like Ofatunga Fasi, right? Came from the 3rd division. No one knows what he did before that. And it was sort of like he just sort of made a name for himself just as he became a pro, paid footy player.
Yeah.
But you only know what he did beforehand. You didn't know anything he done beforehand, right? It's just like, okay, so he's made. Yeah. But how many of those guys are around?
Yeah.
We look at guys like Lima Sapuanga, Richie McCaw, Sione Lawaki. These are all guys that they left school with New Zealand titles. That's a legacy that they leave in their secondary schools, right? And they carry that right up until the international performances. Yeah. That's the sort of trail that, so championships matter, man. And to all those guys, you say, it's not about building character and boys and championships and that, but it's like, guys that play professional footy and make a good career of it and end up being in good places when they leave their careers, man, that's an example, man. The history you make at school does count for something, man. Because it's there, it's edged in the history books forever, you know what I mean? Nah, Seki boys, that's our local sport of news.
Sick.
Man, I'll be waiting for this one to come up, bro. What have you guys been watching? So if you producer Cams.
Yeah, man. Man, I watched a whole bunch, eh? But I'll just touch on a couple I watched. There's some films that, you know, really relate to life, right? And those are, so for me, those drama movies are like the best, especially the ones that hit home, like hit your heart, you know? So there's one movie I watched, it came out at the movies last month, a couple of months ago. It's called The Life of Chuck. And it starts Tom Hiddleston. He's the guy that played Loki on Avengers. So it's about an average guy. So you relate to this guy because he's your everyday guy. He's me. He's you guys. He's a celebrity. He's a poor person. He's a rich person. You know, he's an everyday guy, right? And it's called The Life of Chuck. So you think his life is special, but it's not. He's just a normal guy. But what makes this movie so interesting is because it's about his life, and he's going to be diagnosed with a disease that he's got like a few months to live or something like that, right? And it's about what you do with that time, and it's about the memories you think about before you pass on, and it might be a joyful memory in your life, and you think about that time in your life, because that's the time you want to hold on to, right? That's the time you feel your most happiness, right? And if it's something in your life that happened to you that sticks with you all this time, and you forget because other things happening in your life, like your career or something like that. But this one moment, this happiness, that's the moment that you remember. You can either remember or you don't, but it's something that sticks with you, right? So it's sort of about like immortality and reflections when you know you're about to die, and then it goes on to like themes of like people's lives when you don't know when you're gonna die. So it's like sort of like themes of making the most of it, making the most of your life, no matter how you are living. Doesn't matter. It's the moments you are on this earth, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool film, but it's done in a different way. So this movie ends at the beginning, and then the middle, and then the end. So it's in reverse.
Oh.
So the first half, the first part of the movie, if the movie's in 3 acts, so the first act is when he dies.
Oh,
the second act is the first act of the movie. The beginning of the movie is when he dies. The second act of the movie is that time I told you, the happiness time, the happiest time of his life. And then the last part of the movie is when he's a little kid and he's growing up. And there's a bit of fantasy stuff going on there. It was actually a book. Well, it was actually a short story. So the film The Life of Chuck is from a short story by Stephen King. Yeah, it's very it's like a feel good kind of movie. It's got a good message. Yeah. And I love this sort of films, man. I love this sort of films that hit home, in a relatable sort of way. So it talks about life and that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So that's called the Life of Chuck. The second movie I watched is an old movie. It came out in 2012, and it stars Casey Affleck, and it's called Manchester by the Sea. Man, I think this is the most saddest movie I've ever seen, man? The saddest movie I've ever seen. Because it deals with, like, depression.
Damn.
And guilt. It deals with, like, dysfunctional families. Man, it's one of the saddest movies I've seen. And I heard about it. I keep on hearing about it when I read up reviews and stuff. And I've never actually gone back to watch it. And I remember looking for it online, and I couldn't find it. But I did find it on Netflix last night, so I watched it, and man, it's one of those movies that hit home in terms of like it's sad, man. This is one of the saddest movies I've ever seen, but it's good. It's good. It's got good great acting, man. The acting is top notch. The story is mean. Man, there's this one scene I actually cried, man. I actually cried in this one scene because it was so emotional, and I was like, "Fuck." So this film is relentless in terms of like the emotions you feel. Like everything about it is, it's relatable too. So it's about a guy who's living in Boston as, in America they call them janitors. So he's working as a janitor, and he's a loner. So he lives in the basement of this building. He has to look after this apartment. He gets a call from his hometown up north, and his older brother has passed away. He had a heart attack. So he has to go up. He has to go up north to see his brother in hospital, or go see him in the morgue. He had a heart attack. His brother's wife has left him, and they've got a son. So now the son hasn't got a dad, and no mum too. So the younger brother has to take the son in. But the reason why he's left his hometown, because something happened to him in his hometown, and he's one of those guys that no one likes him in his hometown. It's full on, like it's full on. Yeah, it's all that kind of stuff. But it's called Manchester by the Sea. You can find it on Netflix, and I believe it's only got to the 29th of September before it goes away. But it's produced by Amazon, so it might be on Prime. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys into like good acting, good dramas, good stories. I recommend The Life of Chuck, and then Manchester by the Sea.
Yo.
If you and get your box of tissues out.
Damn, that's mean. What's up, man? Your movie reviewing from happy, sad, and then a town hitting somebody on the side of the bitch. You know what I mean? It's that bitch again. You know what I mean? Nah, mean. The stuff I've been watching is this docu, and a couple of docus on Prime. So the story of Barry Sanders, who played for Detroit Lions. Yeah, you guys heard of Barry Sanders? No? You should watch it. It's awesome, man. One of the most electrifying guys in the NFL, man. Only stood about 5'8", but this dude was running circles around flipping blockers and everything, up the field, on the side, everything, bro. Damn. Man, he was a slippery customer. A true docu to watch on Prime. It's Bye Bye Barry. So, like I said, he got drafted in 1989, and he retired randomly. And a lot of the fans were disappointed because he just didn't turn up. That's how humble this guy is. So like I said, he got drafted in 1989, and then he resigned randomly in 1999. But he had another 7 years to go. You know, but for some reason he just watch the doco anyway. So Detroit Lions, and he's the first guy to hit 1,000 yards as a rush, and he came up short. On that retirement as NFL record, came up short as the rushing record. He only clocked in 1,457 yards. So he come up short. The one that actually holds that title is Walter Payton. Walter Payton holds the NFL rushing record. And then they said this guy, if he didn't resign in 99, he could have just blitzed that record because he wasn't far off from it. So shout out to Barry Sanders, man, and his family, Detroit Lions. 5'8", man, a must docu to see on Prime. Yes, other stuff I was watching, man. I couldn't help myself, but hospital stories about haunted places, from doctors, from nurses, from janitors, from cleaners, man, from people that do the laundry department. And this is based in America, man. I gotta tell you, man, shucks. If I break my arm in America, man, I'm most definitely not going to a hospital in America, because those places, man, they just need to bless these places, You know what I mean? They got so much history there. That is why the door is open, man, for these sort of paranormal shit to happen,
I watched that video too.
Did you watch? Oh, man, it's so scary, And the most haunted places in America is all in the South, Majority is in the South. Louisiana's up from there, you know what I mean? Tampa and all that stuff, But to be honest, if you check out the history, I mean, there's some nasty stuff they were doing when they were first developing America,
Yeah, the hospital in New Orleans.
Yeah, oh man, yeah. New York City, another totally different level, That's the first development city, New York City,
Mm.
yeah, it is, yeah. So, yeah, crazy. Watching all that, can't get enough of it, Got to get my hit, lads. Hey. What about you guys?
Oh man, so I was trying to catch up on everything I missed. So I watched the last 2 episodes of the podcast with you guys on it. So I was watching that, and then true crime stories, investigations, and yeah, ghost stories as well. But I watched this one on Netflix. My friend was streaming it on Discord. It's a catfish one about this young couple at school, high school, I think. This girl and this guy were going out, and then they started receiving like hate messages, and they were going hard out, getting hate and threats from this person. And then one of the family people hired a private investigator, and the investigator was going through everything, and then yeah, they found out that one of the people sending the messages was the girl's mum.
Hey,
Yeah, bro.
damn.
Her own mum was sending like hate messages and stuff. And like
Shit.
yeah, and then like they found out that later like 80% of it was her. And then yeah, it was fucked. That fucked me up, But I was like, because one of the messages was like, "Oh, you should go kill yourself." How can a mother send that to her own daughter? Like, it's weird. And then the doco turned from this mother that was concerned about her daughter getting these messages to this mom that was like talking about her trauma as she was a kid and blah blah, and how she was inflicting it on her daughter. Oh, she went to prison for it too. And
Hey.
man, blessings to the daughter, because she said that she still wants a relationship with her mom. And the dad's like, bro, dad's like Superman, bro. That guy's the man. He was like, does everything with his daughter and whatnot. But nah, sorry, like after I watched the doco, I said to my Uso, man, I gotta play some Call of Duty or something to get the anger out of me. Yeah, it was like, it was pretty bad, man. Like, fuck, man. Like, you can't do that to your own blood, man. Like, you can't do that to anyone, but like, regardless, like, but to your own blood, like, fuck. Nah, bro. Yeah. So that fucked me up for a couple of days. So I was just watching cartoons to try and bring my soul back up. But yeah. So I've just been doing that, and I've been watching a lot of prayer videos and stuff like that. Yeah, just to try and rejuvenate my soul. So yeah, that's what I've been watching. Seki.
Man, my man.
Man, I was just watching 3 things. Ones that are worth watching, in my opinion. But you're watching Fijoa and his because he took his kawale down to Palmerston North and put it on the dyno. But yeah, unfortunately, because he's got it at a 2-step, man, on his turbo, so obviously it's boosting again. But yeah, as he put it off the dyno, fuck, he maliped something underneath the. It must have been the crankshaft, bro. But so it's dead in the water. He had to push it onto the trailer, but got a lot of fight. But hey, shout out to all the guys commenting in that thread, man, because he drove all the way from South Auckland, like Pukekohe, all the way down there. These guys didn't even host him, bro. What kind of shit is that, man? Like, he literally got someone who drove all the way down to get the kawale dynoed and that. Didn't even put on a feed or like, they welcomed him to the workshop. And imagine all the work they would get from Fijo driving down there to get this cartoon, bro. What kind of slap in the face is that shit, eh? Come on, Palmerston North, they better than that. But the car looks solid, eh? He hasn't put his new bonnet on, and the paint hasn't quite finished, but the car looks the part, eh? It looks really nice. Shout out to those guys and the work that he does. I've also been watching the finished up that Dead Ahead. That's that one about the kids seeing the ghosts and that. So, man, that's got a real emotional ending, man. Like, I was actually moved spiritually from watching that. Just I think it's what's it called? I know there's some if you're superstitious and you sort of get the gist of it, but I will do a spoiler alert, but only because you gotta see it. It's the trade-off, right? So if you got ancestral like ghosts that are watching over you, right, and they reckon that whatever you're doing on Earth right now is not the way it's for your family going forward. So what's the trade-off, right? and if you're the head of your family, the trade-off would be you listen to the spirits telling you what's right. But then, in order for that person to leave this world and to go into the spirit world, you're gonna have to sacrifice something. It's just something they called the utu, man, and how they perceived this in the film, bro. The end of that episode was moving, eh? Powerful, man. Like, and if you watch it, man, if you manage to watch it, man, and watch the whole lot of the 5 series before, they're only like 25 minutes, man. But if you watch that last one, bro, what a powerful explanation if you watch it, man. Because, bro, the utu that she traded off for her granddaughter to take the head of the family, fucking powerful, man. Like, and that's why if you ever see an ancestral cry, like a war dance or a haka, something like that, fuck, that's the sort of stuff that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, bro. Because yeah, I watched that and then heading over to my brother's Malil, man. That's what I felt the same way when I went, It's like, yeah, man, it's like if someone leaves, usually there's a birth, right? Then they go in threes. But then what's the trade-off? Like, what's the gift or what's the blessing that you see in the time that you're there? And so, man, the blessing I got was to meet my brother's other daughter, man. And I never met her before, man. So I owe her 29 years of love and affection, going forward. So,
Wow.
watching that, bro, I was like, fuck, how powerful was that? But yeah, that's dead ahead on TVNZ Plus. And
Dead
then the
ahead.
last thing I've watched, bro, I caught up with some I turned pretty because we'll put it off the ending, like, and bro, it's gotten a bit stale, it's just like, oh, is that all? Like, and it's like they crammed in a month's worth in like the same episode, which is sort of stink. I keep falling asleep through the episodes as well, man. So the girls are getting a bit restless. They're like, oh, they watch it to the end until I catch up. But man, I know Producer Can's broke it to me the last week. But man, Tulsa King season 3, bro. Shit. Bro, Slyer's the man, bro. Don't ever sell your soul, bro. If you're gonna rap, man, either go do the time. But yeah, bro, it's just, bro, the turn of events in season 3, bro. Shucks. Bro, whoever's writing this shit, bro, man, pat yourself on the back, bro. Cause
New bad guys too.
yeah, new bad guys. Bosses reaching out after all this time, after they know that you're making money. It's like, shit. But no, it goes to show, man, when you cut into that life, bro, and you're part of an existing family, and you go create something big, man. If you love your family, you cut them in, right? But yeah, bro, Sly's fucking the gangster, eh? Like, fuck yeah, that's a good watch, bro. But yeah, Tulsa King season
Gotta
3.
jump on this, man.
Yeah, we gotta do channel 135 on Tulsa King.
Yeah,
man.
bro, definitely, man. Fuck, cause that's
We gotta do episode 1 review.
yeah, because the way season 2 ended, bro, was sort of like shit. Like, you come down to Tulsa's mine. It's like, what the fuck? Is it? What are you saying? There's a guy at the time, and the family in New York that don't want a piece of him, so they sent him somewhere where it was fucking nothing. He grew an empire from the ground up. It became the biggest thing there, and now people want to hand in his money. It's like, bro, you didn't even help start him up or look after him while he went away. But
Where
yeah,
can you
bro.
watch this?
It's on
TVNZ
TVNZ.
On TVZ. Oh,
Yeah, man. So get in there before bro, so you can catch up, bro. So, yeah, back at 135, definitely. Sicky. We'll do, what do we got next? I'll give a couple of quick opinions, but these are just from posts that have been put on our page. But I'll give you a minute each, starting from you, Chucky. But a Mago patch member was pulled over on his bike while he was on his way home from Maliu, from Matangi. And the patch got seized off his back, right? This is not a public place. This was just on the road. The patch got seized, and then it went to court. Now, this guy went into the courtroom, and he then said, like, his Magumo family is his family, and the fact that they took the patch from him. Cut a long story short, he got his patch back because the judge sided with the fact that the reason why he got pulled over was not because of the patch, or was because of the patch. But they tried to, when they pull you over for license and registration, they just keep trying to find more and more things. But eventually he got his patch back. Is the cop a fair bucker, or was he just maybe abusing his power? It's your opinions.
Wait, was the patch in the car? Or
Nah,
was
the
it
patch
bike?
was on his back. Patch was on his
Oh.
back. He was just leaving a funeral, so he's riding home, and the cops pull him over, and they seized the patch off him. He went to court. He got his patch back. But this is like the first guy who's gone to court and has his patch seized, and he's actually got it back. The judge sided with him. Your opinions, is the cops a fair buck, or is he abusing his power?
Yeah. Fine, that's it. Yeah. All right, yeah. I'll put it this way. I think the cop's abusing his power. Yeah, there probably a lot of viewers disagreeing, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. They put him up maybe for his patch, but then they're gonna do their regular checks as they do just to build up the revenue, for the cops kitty. So it is what it is, and I can understand why he gets his patch back because it's not so much a gang. Everybody looks at it as a gang, yeah, for sure, but it's related around whānau. It is a family, so the patch represents family more so than the negativity part of things. So yeah, good on the judge, I suppose. Good judgment of character from the judge. Otherwise, if it was bad judgment from the judge, then he probably wouldn't give it back. So yeah, fair poko to the copper.
Man, like from the beginning, this law is just a waste of money, waste of resources, and whatnot. Like this cop pulling this guy over, and then having to go to court. Like how much of taxpayers' money was used in their court process? It's just a waste of money. Regardless of what the law is, it's a waste of money. We should be going out there and targeting the actual crime, drugs. Drugs on the streets and whatnot. But now we're going over a piece of cloth. Like, to be honest, the patch means nothing to me. But to other people, it means something different, and they hold some of those patches in high regard. So it's not it's not my business to say anything of it. But I'm looking at it from a taxpayer's perspective. A person that pays his rates, and I pay taxes as well. Like for me, it's a waste of money. And that's why we need a law change, and also we need to target the real issues in our communities. But yeah, Seki.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the law states, but there is a ban for patches, huh? So it seems to me like this cop is for your bots, man, because it sounds like he got this guy on other charges that the judge saw and said, hey, wait, did you pull him over for the patch, or did you pull him over for this, that? Because it looks like you got a long list of things you pull him over for. Which one is which? And the cop goes, nah, you can't do that. So he gets his patch back. So that's what it sounds to me. Like he got his patch back on a technicality. Whether it be cop being discriminative, maybe that's what the judge was siding with. Don't really know. But yeah, it sounds to me, it doesn't make sense that you pull a guy over and he gets done for other stuff and he gets his patch back. Obviously, it's not because of his patch, but other things got mixed in there. But yeah, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know what the law is around that and the process around how people get, what the process is with cops pulling people over. Is it because you saw them with no seatbelt? And that's what you charge them on? You can't get them on other stuff as well? Like, yeah, I don't know, but that's what it sounds like.
Nah, Seki boys. Last one. An actual lady was pulled up in the Virgin Lounge in Australia for breastfeeding a kid and got asked to leave. She's been paid. She's been a loyal paying customer for the Virgin Lounge for some time. Your thoughts about being asked to leave because she was breastfeeding? Start with you, Princess Cans.
I think there's ways of doing it. And it sounds to me you got kicked out because you're showing your boobs to everyone. Like, if that's the case, then sure. But, come on, mothers know when you're breastfeeding in public. Like, they put a cloth over or put something over or something like that, or not make, or make it subtle enough that it's just normal. Because, man, the mother got to feed the kid, man. Far. And you can't say that, why don't you go bring a formula thing. Well, some mums don't agree with that too. So you gotta, you have to make it comfortable for mothers with kids to breastfeed their babies. I don't believe that they should just kick someone out just because of that. Like there has to be a big reason. Like she was inappropriate. You can't be inappropriate. If she was inappropriate, then yeah, sure, but we don't know. So yeah.
Imagine being in that situation, eh? And it just pops in your eye, sort of thing. But yeah, man, that's an ongoing debate, sort of thing, eh? It makes the whole room sort of uncomfortable, eh? I think that's what it is, eh? But usually they have in the females' toilets, like in the baby changing room areas, you can do it in there. Usually they have resting resting chairs for the mother to breastfeed in. At least they do in Australia anyway. In some places in Australia, I mean, throwing it out to the listeners. What's you guys' thoughts on that one too? Does she deserve to be kicked out from there? Well, probably just reposition her seating within in the area, I suppose, and somewhere a little bit more private in the corner or something, and just face your back to the crowd, because it can change the energy in the room, with a lot of the other customers in it. I think that's what it's mainly focused on, you know. But it is what it is. Baby's got to eat too, but do it in a sort of private manner where it's not in the open so much, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Most mothers, they have a way of doing it, but you know, if it does reveal a little bit, man, just look the other way. I bet you the guys that complain the most are the ones that were looking the most. They do those their muckers like, oh, that's disgusting, but they're looking hard out. Oh, that's real disgusting, and they're still looking. So you either turn your head the other way and just pretend you're drinking your ipuki, looking out at the plane.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're flying first class. You're in a lounge, bro. Relax, cuz. It's only baby's only gonna eat for that long. Ooze. Come on, bro. Like
exactly. It was probably getting sucking on that too.
Everyone was a Pepe. Everyone used to be a Pepe. Come on, relax. Oh, that's disgusting. These muckers are emu, bro. Fuck, nah, get out of here, bro. Honestly, I've seen it a couple of times, and here and in Europe, and like, bro, most people just kind of look away, you know, and like they're not showing it. They're like, you know, it's nicely covered and whatnot. It's not a big deal, bro. Like the baby's eating, bro. You know, far out.
Yeah, do better, Virgin Lounge Australia, man. Fuck, that's shocking when you read it. It's 2025 reading that sort of shit. It's like, come on, man. Provide areas for that to be accessible for parents traveling, man. Think about it. You can't just cater to the elderly and then those, you know, what if like kids who got autism and shit, man? Provide the spaces, man. You pay for a service, fucking cater to everyone. You know, not everyone eats seafood, man. Have some fried chicken there. Fuck.
Yo,
you know?
facts.
So if you're gonna do that for people, do this for a mother, man. It's not hard. It's nothing with a couple of screens put down on one side of the lounge facing out. Shit. Done. But yeah, hopefully she goes up further up the chain and just gets them to fucking fix that, because that's disgusting, eh?
Facts.
Seki boys, we've got a fair poco of the week. I thought that would share. Now that reformed, they try to change the law about the sick leave for part-timers, and that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But I thought, as a memory lane, give you a couple of minutes each. It's like, can you name a time where you gave the meanest papelo about going to work? It's all right. People won't watch this until next week, so we'll go with you, Chucky. Your meanest papelo for not going to work because of your sick leave, using sick leave.
My meanest papelo, yeah. Shucks. To be honest, you know, I'm not perfect. I do a few lies here and there, but with my boss, I just tell her straight. I said, "Oh, man, I'm going for a road trip to Hamilton. I'm not coming into work the next day, right?"
The day before, is it?
Yeah. I said, hey, look. I need a couple of sick days. Oh, how many sick days you need? I just need three. Yeah. So use 3 sick days. I'm off to Hamilton. Yeah, I'll probably head off to Tauranga. I say, yeah. So surprisingly, you know, if they ask for a medical certificate, then I'll be glad to get one signed off. But if they don't, then yeah, I'll use myself. I'm entitled to it. So yeah, I'm all good. Yeah. What about you guys?
Man, I've never like pulled a sickie. I don't know. I'm just too. Yeah, unless I'm actually sick, I'll take a time off. Like, I just feel guilty, not for the boss, but for my work colleague, because my position, like, I look after a department, and if I'm not there, it sort of falls apart. But yeah, but I have done those ones where, like, I've been sick as in the morning, and I ring up, and as soon as I hang up the phone, I feel a little bit better. But not better enough to go back to the bar. I'm like, hey, like, should I go? No.
So and endorphins.
Yeah, and then next minute, pink, the PS5 goes on. Sick.
Oh man, this happened like in the early 2000s. So those were the days where I'll go out on the work night. So it was Thursday night. It was me, Stocks, and Eric. Eric was there too. We went to town on Thursday night. We did an all-nighter. So we finished the we finished at
Saturday.
at base bar. No, this was Thursday night. So we finished at base bar, and then I was gonna go straight to work from there. Stupid, but I don't know. But I said, oh yeah, because at that time I was working in Newmarket. So after the bar, we went down to Newmarket, hung around there, and then we thought we'd have breakfast at 277. And I was gonna go straight to work, but when I was having breakfast, man, I was falling asleep. So oh shit, nah, I can't do this. So I went to the bathroom and rang up work, and work was just outside, right? The office was just outside. I rang up work and I rang in sick. But man, I remember I couldn't I had to act like I was sick. So I started speaking. I sounded, or I think I did the girl's voice, and I was thinking, I just sound like a guy right now.
The high pitch
voice saying I was sick. I was like, fuck. Yeah. And after that, man, I just went home and went for sleep. But that was the worst, man. Fuck. Who does that? Who wants to go to work straight from town? It's like, what?
Hard.
Did you do the Richie McCoy voice?
Oh, it's Richie McCoy. Wow.
Man, I've had a couple but I've done that, like, you know, the first one night, then showing up to work, knowing that we got a half day or something like that, you know? And like, but I obviously knew I was going to do it because I stocked up on all the stuff that I needed to paint that they would need for the next day. So when I go to work, I'll just be, you know, just fucking around, like, literally just either cleaning, like, doing nothing. Literally, they trying to hide whatever I was doing because I was hungover. But probably the funniest one, or probably the worstest one I've done is knowing that, bro, we're overstaffed. You know, we're overstaffed and looking around and done the text my missus, ring the boss and tell her that you need me home. I need to come home because I just don't want to be here. There's too many people here. And then I've just seen the emergency, you know, from the office, watching it from where I was, just to see how long it would take before someone taps me on the shoulder, and just counting down, waiting for that tap. Oh, sorry, boss wants to talk to you. Then, you need to go home. It's emergency. Sick. Laters. Zero fucks, mate. But in my head, it's like, yeah. That's what happens. You got too many people on the floor, man. But that's probably the worstest I've ever done. But I just thought, yeah, it's worth a share.
Being hungover at work, that's the worst, man. That's the worst feeling. Well,
the time doesn't go fast enough, eh?
No, it's slow as. You're falling asleep. Shit.
Are you able to play the features, the Fiapoko of the week? This is these jump antics, eh?
Oh, hey.
Not to be racist,
I think I just moved the chair.
That just seems like a Palangi thing to do, to try and jump over a couple of tables and slide along the top of the table, and someone moves the table out of the way, you go head first into the table. So you can there. We got another one from Chucky. Chucky plays. So this one is about a tour guide on a train, and obviously the viewers of the train and the bridge that's out, and the train might be slightly taking a curve, but it's not actually going over the broken train track. Is actually going straight. Careful who you book your next family trip with as your tour activity. Not funny. Hey, seriously, that'd be scary, eh?
Yeah, hold on.
So he's been arrested.
Oh, yeah, this
Takes off.
Chucky's plays this fear pockets of the days.
Hey, that's a family trip. The dude kept it.
Oh,
But if he's on the arrest, why didn't they handcuff him, bro? Yeah, he was prepared to run, dude. Look at 6 cops and the guy manages to run away.
Yeah. Crazy. 6 unfit cops.
The last one's of the shark. Didn't pull that one up. There's a guy who's like trying to be, I don't know if you call that feel pop or just straight stupid, bro. But there's a big shark, bro, on the sand. And it's still alive, clearly. And it wriggles out from under him. And I don't know if it bites him on its way back to the water.
Damn.
I mean, we were just talking about Jaws the other week. And this guy does this.
Crazy.
I wish it bit his foot off, to be honest.
Yeah.
Check it over to you guys, man. Pick your fair pocket of the week.
Come on, the guy handling the shark, man. Who handles the shark like that?
Yo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go shark, man. You're not Steve Irwin, mate. Hey. So the
Yeah.
not the fair
You know
bumble
the
ones.
Kayana on the Chief of
Yeah,
War.
you're not Kayana, eh? Sorry, man.
Yeah.
You ain't Maui, G.
Sharks. Yeah. Probably the shark guy. Yeah, I think he was trying to take a photo or something. Eh? But almost cost him his leg. So
Yo.
crazy. Yeah, the
man.
shark one for me.
To the shark guy, yeah, just leave the shark alone, man.
Bro,
What happens? You've been the WesWes Network's fair bug of the week.
yeah.
Second boys, well, that's pretty much the episode, man. It's good to see you guys again. It's been a minute. We'll do some last words. Start with you, Chucky.
Last words, yeah. Be good, be kind, support your community in a positive way. And everybody's on the edge out there in Auckland for some reason. And don't forget to always use the giveaway rule, man. Far out, relax. Final words, speed bumps are part of life, I suppose. It just depends on how you adapt to it and how you react to it. So stay sturdy and finish the line, touch the line or cross the line. That's me. That's us.
Nice as well. First and foremost, just condolences to you, Leti, for your loss, losing a sibling.
Jesus.
It cuts deeples, and it's. I would say time heals, but nah, it's still taking me a long time to get over my also. So, man, blessings for you for being strong and jumping on the pod so soon after. My last words is lean on help and trust your inner circle. Take a breath and enjoy the small moments. And so those are my last words for our community. And blessings as always. Seki.
Yeah, good to be on Empty Out the Clip again. I was just talking about that movie I watched, Manchester by the Sea, and one thing I got out of it was the main character suffers a lot of a trauma, and he's depressed as well. But this movie is all about how he deals with it. And the one thing I got out of this film was the characters that do suffer from trauma in this film, they don't talk about it. And you can see it. Like, there's no talking about feelings or anything like that. And I think it is deliberate, because every time a scene comes up where he's about to explain how he feels, he doesn't, and always goes away to another scene. And like, so it's trying to tell you, like, with all the trauma that these characters have, like, no one actually talks about what they're going through. And, you know, with all the stuff with mental health right now, how to deal with it, how you got to talk to people, you know, how you got to, we do podcasts, you know, to talk about stuff, and so people can relate to stuff as well. Yeah, I think this film really talks about the path people go, and how they deal with some of this trauma, and it can turn out to be something you can never overcome, and you just have to live with it in a way where it's hard, but that's the way life goes, right? And this movie really brings that out. So I watched it last night. It was really good. I suggest anyone out there who's listening to this, go watch it. Manchester by the Sea. Those are some of the things that I took from it, and it is really relatable, even though this is about people that are on the other side of the world and stuff like that. So thanks for letting me share.
Nice. So,
Dick.
Thank you, bro. I just wanted to make a special acknowledgement to my auntie Lifa Soli, Whengai Fuai, and my auntie Ane Limaleo Brian. I got tai lahi ni, ko tō hei kāinga, tēnei koe loko mame heki nei kai, e malolo kai haka tai lahi te hei kāinga mo mātou te hano no wahe tēnō hei te pō ai halaile. Appreciate you guys still holding it down even though my old lady's not here. And it's just powerful seeing so many powerful women in my family. Thanks for being counsel for me and sharing and helping me grow as a young man. The unconditional love that shows in times like this is so moving, and it means so much to me. I appreciate you guys very much. And just a last shout outs to my cousin Jan. Obviously, Jan's flying over to his Tavita family reunion happening in the next couple of weeks. Wishing you well, cuz. And like I said, man, prayer's a beautiful thing. I shared a word of prayer for Yash because he was worried about just being sick over there, and I know Heavenly Father's grace will make sure that his family return in one piece. But yeah, that's my shout outs. My last words is just the power of prayer is a beautiful thing, man. I mean, in times of darkness and in times of uncertainty, prayer is such a powerful thing that in times that I have no motivation, a couple of moments, just yourself and your word to the Lord is so powerful in this movie, man. It's free, and you can do it anywhere and anywhere, just as long as you open your heart and just know that, all things can be heard, man. And like Eddie said, man, if you need to reach out. But yeah, just close your eyes and pray. It's powerful and a beautiful thing, man. Those are my last words. Get late in Alavera. Siki brothers, man, thanks for listening. Another one for the WesWes Networks and our Empty Out the Clip podcast. So if you made it this far, man, smash the like button, give us a like, subscribe, and share. We're just a bunch of Usos giving our Pacifico point of view in one shot, no retraction, man.
Sure.
So like, yeah, man, we'll let you shout this one out, Cams. You can finish us off this one, bro.
Are you muted, Roos?
Oh, don't just stop, right?
You know, those boys, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yo.
Oos.